ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, good. Let's do that. So, oh yeah, another social justice warrior. What do you do here?
I'm a teacher and a musician. What about you?
Teacher and a musician.
It's your side hustle?
Where do you teach?
ESL.
ESL? That's what you teach? What is that?
How can I know what that is? English is second language.
Oh, English. Okay, right. Yeah, how about the question of the day? Why do liberals treat women so badly? Can you explain that one to me? I mean, because the liberals... Wait, this is my test.
Liberal women...
All right? I'll give you a chance to speak, but allow me, okay?
Well,
all right.
they don't respect women, and you have to give me a chance.
Yeah, I'm going to give you that. All right?
I don't need a chance to speak. I'm allowed to speak.
Okay.
We're outside.
Okay.
Right.
Because, the left has picked up the women mantle. They're the ones that are the champions of women, right? Right?
Oh, you're going to get some Sean Hannity shit.
You got that where the champions of women bullshit going on. Okay.
Just keep talking.
So I want to know, how do you feel about, left-wing heroes who treat their women like garbage? This is all.
Both sides.
What does Harvey Weinstein have to do with this?
Well, because he was a big, donator to the Democrats.
Donor.
And then, of course, we got harassing women with their families. That's always really good. We got, we got guys attacking women and spitting on them. That's always good.
It doesn't matter what party you're part of. If you're shitty, then you're shitty.
Again, the left picked up the mantle. You got the virtual signaling bullshit going on. You're the ones always saying that you got the moral right, and that then you go around and be hypocrites, like the hypocrites you are.
I didn't vote Democrat.
Yeah. You are making some wicked-ass assumptions right here, man. You do realize it. And you're doing that Sean Hannity...
Well, you're the one that came up and said you want to stick your dick in his mouth. I mean, what kind of assumption am I supposed to make here, pal?
It's hilarious.
That's hilarious? That's about as hilarious about them as this here. This is the liberal humor here, Occupy Wall Street. Right. Let's get out the heart of an ice age.
Come on, man. You're talking about one thing. That's
no, more than one thing. How about Peter Fonda? It says he wants to, rip the arm. Rips.
I couldn't pick Peter Fonda out of the fucking lineup.
Right. And put Barron Trump.
I couldn't pick him out of
put Barron Trump in a pedophile cage. That's always good. And then we got the fake news, where they.
That's a real crying child, though, and that's some bullshit right there.
Real crying child, but they use it as separation, which it wasn't. Then you got this is discourse. This is wonderful discourse coming from the left.
Okay, but hold on. You have
this is how we go ahead.
Your other one with all the Republicans who are.
Well, why don't you show me that? Why don't you show me where the Republicans wanted to go ahead and crash the economy so they can get rid of a political opponent? Why don't you show me where the Republicans stacked the Defense Department and weaponized it against a man who didn't do anything to protect the women that did everything? Why don't you show me that documentation?
First off, get your talking points from Sean right. It's Justice Department, not Defense Department. It's just, you saw what you just did? You already fucked up, because I listen to Sean Hannity every day. I've been on Sean Hannity before, matter of fact. You can hear me September 11, 2006. Go listen to that shit. I'm Matt from Cape Girardeau. And that motherfucker deflected me.
Deflected you?
Deflected me. Didn't answer my fucking question.
What was the question?
Why is it? Now I understand. It's 9/11.
Is this your website? Here?
Yeah.
Why George Bush said he didn't care where bin Laden was. I voted for Obama because he said he was going to go into Pakistan and find bin Laden. That was my number one issue. And what the fuck happened? He went into Pakistan, the motherfucker found bin Laden, he killed him and said, bam!
Now, we got an agreement here because I think Hannity is a pussy on 9/11. I think that the truth hasn't been told about 9/11, and I do not like the fact that Hannity is hiding that bullshit.
Then why you take your talking points from him? He sits there with Trump and the fucking Republican Party and the Koch brothers.
Again, there's, we're not. I'm not right about everything. There's some things I'm wrong about.
Yeah.
You're not right about everything.
True.
But
I'm more
there's something.
I'm clearly
But there are some.
I'm better in your shit.
I'll read a book.
Just said Defense Department.
I'll read a book and I'll say, well, some things in this book I agree with, but I find issue with others. I mean, very rarely do we find 100% agreement with any one person, ideology, or whatever.
But you're clearly on one side. You know what I'm saying?
Well, given the fact that what we're looking at, I highly recommend, if you haven't read this book or watch this documentary, there's two things I want you to do. All right. The Killing of Uncle Sam. Have you heard about that?
I don't know. Did you write it? Because I never heard
No.
it.
This is an excellent book. I just finished it. But I like
I'm gonna go to the citations first. Let me see the citations.
Yeah.
Fuck everything else. Let me go to citations.
It is an excellent book.
Because I read a Glenn
that
book
dwells into who's really running things behind the scenes. How, this whole left-right paradigm is basically a storefront window.
All right.
That gets us fighting against one another, whilst they continue to
then what
rob
the
us
fuck?
from the back.
And you're playing right into their hands, huh?
How's that when everything was against him? The media was against him. His own party was against
First off,
him.
the media was-
You had Hollywood against him, Silicon Valley against him, the Pope was against him, and now we're finding out that the Department
Who gives a
of
fuck about the
Justice
Pope?
was weaponized against him. So you can't tell me that, he's part of the problem when he had all that against him.
So when Trump gets subpoenaed, you think he should ignore it
Subpoenaed for what?
for his
Everything.
testimony
For what?
Why?
for the whole Russian scandal,
What whole Russian scandal?
Well, lying about there even being a meeting in the first place and then backtracking on it. Number
possible
one.
obstruction.
What
of
meeting
justice.
you talking about?
Obstruction of justice for firing Comey.
I mean, everything with Paul.
What obstruction? That's his right there, and he should have fired Comey. With the emails that came out to show that Comey was stabbing him in the back. Yeah, he should have been
In
fired.
the back, first off.
How was he stabbing him in the back?
Have you?
For allowing
wait a
the-
second.
for
Maybe
allowing
you
the
guys should
investigation.
look at Hannity for a while and gain some of the background.
I've literally talked to Sean Hannity face to face.
Yeah, but
and he's
again,
full of shit.
look at recently
Sean Hannity can
what
also
the
suck
shit
my
that
dick.
he's been talking about the past year that's come out that has been documented with the emails from Strzok, from his girlfriend.
It's also been
from,
documented that he hired illegal immigrants, and no one gives a fuck about that. It's also been documented.
We're apples and oranges here. We're
No,
talking
fuck that shit,
about
fuck that shit. We're
we're
talking
talking
about
about the Department of Justice,
Yeah, they look at
the
you who do
FBI,
shit. When you have
weaponized
shit on you,
that
they look at you.
made up shit against this man and hid stuff about her. This
Neither
is
of
his.
those things happen.
So before
What did
2016,
before
2016,
did you
Trump
listen
think
to
about Trump?
Did you listen to the testimony before Congress
I did.
the other just 2 days ago?
Right.
Did you listen to it?
Talking about Strzok and Page and all that shit.
And Rosenstein.
Not Rosenstein.
Rosenstein. Did you listen to Rosenstein before
What
Congress?
part? You're talking about like 75 hours of testimony.
Congress has been asking for the documentation for over a year, and Rosenstein has been stonewalling and stonewalling and stonewalling.
Yeah.
Why won't they give up the documentation?
I'll tell you exactly why. Now, we're from St. Louis. Now, our ex-police chief was being looked at by the FBI. You know why he was being looked at by the FBI? Because he was hiding fucking money in the police tow lot. He was towing people. His daughter fucked the whole thing up, is what it was. Look,
I don't know why you're bringing it up. So I'm bringing up Strzok, who said,
Let me tell you why. Because it doesn't matter if you're the chief or you're the mayor. If you're doing shady shit and the FBI looks at you, it's kind of not that weird. Like, it's as simple as that. Either we have rule of law.
and we're supposed to just trust the FBI. A guy who started it was a gay transsexual, whatever they are. I mean, cross-dresser.
Hoover was closeted gay.
Yeah,
Has
so
no
this is
relevance
the guy
to
that
Donald
started the
Trump.
FBI. We're supposed to trust the FBI. We will have 152 questionable
Can you think of a
suitings
better law
and all
enforcement
50.
agency in the
Yes, I can. I can think
Which
we can
one?
get rid of all of them.
You can
All
get
of the
rid of
damn,
all-
everybody but the sheriffs. I would like to see them all go but the sheriffs. The FBI is a criminal organization. If you read a
But the-
book,
but the
try
New Orleans-
reading this book.
The New Orleans Police Department has been solid for 300 years. Like the New Orleans Police Department gets
Talking
more
to you guys
ethos
is
in
so
your mind
shallow.
than the fucking FBI.
You
No,
are
no, no.
just shallow.
No, I'm not fucking
You
shallow. I know my
obfuscate.
shit.
You know shit.
I know
You
shit.
obfuscate.
I know
You
shit,
jumped
motherfucker.
off of the cause. You don't know what the hell I'm talking about
I do
with
know.
the Rosenstein
I do know,
testimony.
and I just disagree.
Watch the Rosenstein testimony
I'm
and tell
aware
me
what
that
you're
guy isn't obfuscating, isn't hiding evidence, and isn't lying.
Dog, Donald Trump is connected to shady people, so they're investigating him. It's not that weird. When Paul Manafort is in bed with
What
fucking
shady
Ukraine-
people?
The Ukrainian fucking government.
Where's the evidence?
And then Ukraine.
What are you kidding me?
He was
Yes,
Donald
no,
Trump.
I'm not. Show me the evidence.
Manafort ran the political campaign.
Manafort, they had nothing to do with Trump.
It has everything
The
to do with
shit they
Russia.
charged him with has nothing to do with Trump.
Motherfucker, he ran his shit. Motherfucker ran his shit.
Again, show me the evidence that Trump has collusion with anything.
Manager.
Show me the evidence.
Well, Paul Manafort was in bed with all these Ukrainians, and that's why he's under house arrest, motherfucker. He's been trying to call that guy.
Jeez.
Yeah, why is he in jail right now?
Right, exactly. Why is he in jail? He's in jail.
Why did they SWAT team him? They didn't need to do that. He was cooperating.
Well, he's in jail, so I don't know.
Well, because he's in jail from a tyrannical government, from a government that
run by Republicans right now.
Yeah.
Well, like the corruption doesn't run both ways. Like there are not rhinos in this thing that are trying to get rid of this man. What do you? Oh yeah, all the Republicans are what?
A faggot ass who got bequeathed a fortune, who has no fucking balls, and everybody goes to bat for him. That's the part I don't get. Just like on some real shit, I don't get why people go to bat for him.
How many people you know that know him personally?
Zero, but
I've talked to at least 17 people. Yesterday, I talked to 2 people in the Trump administration that work with that man.
yeah. So
I've talked to people.
everyone talks gloriously.
What are you laughing
around
about?
the dole.
It's just silly, man.
What does that matter?
It's first-hand experience. I can get.
No, it's
Can you tell me?
actually like second or third or fourth.
I don't give a shit. I'm talking to people. How is he to deal with? How does he treat you? Why has there been any changes? They're working in the room with the guy.
Look, if you go to bat for Donald Trump and you don't make over like $100 million, you're a fucking sucker. Plain and simple.
Oh, so the people I've talked to, the regular people I've talked to that he's helped out here,
He helped in New Orleans. Real shit.
I'm talking again,
Has he
Mr.
funded-
Interrupter. You got your mind made up. You're full of shit.
I ain't full
I'm
of
talking. Yes, you are. I'm telling you, you're full of shit.
All right.
Because I've talked to people out here that have benefited from contact with that man. Personally.
He sounds like a pope. Like he's a genuine.
I haven't run into one person yet that has had a personal experience with that man. That's a negative thing to say about
Any
him.
thoughts on Trump before 2016? Was he in your limelight? Was he a political up and comer in
Was he in your top
2014?
10 of Republicans?
Were you looking at him like this guy? I love what he's doing.
Right,
He's going to be the president soon.
I've been a political animal all my life. I've followed a lot of different people, and I've
Trump's
listened to
not
all this.
He's obfuscating.
It doesn't make any. I'm answering the fucking question.
It was a yes or
Shut
no
your
question.
fucking mouth. So the deal is,
Shut your fucking mouth.
you know,
it was a yes or no
I
question.
listened to his speeches and he had people for 30 years. Why don't you run? Why don't you run? Because he was always bringing up the problems. And if you listen to these speeches, look, I love what I'm doing. I'm building. I'm having fun. I like to build things. I know these people work because I'm paying them off. And I see the problems. I'm bringing up the problems. I'd like some professional politician to maybe do something about them. He says, if it ever comes a time where I don't see there's any other way, I
Do you
might
think
throw my
Journalists
hat in
should
the
be
ring.
shot?
Jesus Christ.
What? It's a simple yes or no.
Oh, you're such a moron.
Why is that hard to answer?
Why should journalists be shot?
Well, that's people are calling for it.
No.
Who? What people?
Milo Yiannopoulos.
No,
How do you feel about
motherfucker,
him?
no one should be shot.
Show me where Milo Yiannopoulos said that they's the one that the liberals shut down at Berkeley. How about that? How about the free speech and the
You want
home
me
of
to
free
show
speech?
you where he said?
Sir, are you
Yeah,
pro-life?
I'd like to see it.
Are you pro-life?
Pro-life?
Are you pro-life?
Why wouldn't I be?
Then why should journalists be shot?
Who's the fuck are you putting them words in my mouth? I never said journalists to be
So
shot.
she's asking. It's not that weird, motherfucker. Like, you didn't say
Of
no.
course, it's a stupid question. Journalists should not be shot.
Has anyone ever asked you a good question?
Not a liberal.
How do you know we're liberals, motherfucker?
I thought you were beyond the left-right paradigm.
And that, by the way.
What doesn't mean you're not stupid. You could be on the right and be stupid too. I think you're proving that point.
No,
I just said I didn't vote Democrat. I didn't vote for Hillary. I didn't want to.
Say what?
Talking to more Trump supporters?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. Another product of our public education, right?
How do you know,
went to
how do you
private
know we went to
school,
public
but
education?
Whatever. You still didn't learn much.
Motherfucker, guess what high school I went to? Guess what high school I went to then, huh? You know,
What am I?
You know what high school I went to?
How do I know what school you went to? fuck am I? Take a guessing game here?
Well, you guess it was public or private. Which fucking high school I go to? I'm from New Orleans, motherfucker. Which high school I go
I
to?
don't know, man.
I went to Rummel.
Well, good for you. What am I
Right.
supposed to do? Applaud?
No, you're supposed to say I'm wrong. You didn't go to public school, dumbass. That's what I'm getting at.
Whatever.
You want to tell me I went to public
Again, you
school?
still
I
didn't
went to
learn
public school.
anything.
I went to a Catholic school. We have different values. Our Pope does not support this president. That's important to me.
Do you
Real
support
shit.
this Pope?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong with the Pope?
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with the Pope?
Okay.
No, go ahead. What's wrong with the Pope? Now, let's change the subject.
Yeah, what's
Tell me
wrong
what's
with
up with the Pope, huh? We don't like when you talk shit about the Pope.
Yeah.
Well, I don't give a fuck what you like. This Pope, as far as I'm concerned, is the Antichrist. I think this guy is
Pope
the
is the-
farthest thing from it. I think this is the farthest thing.
Pope is the Antichrist.
Pope is the Antichrist.
Well, where is he? Where is he with the pedophiles? How come one of his top cardinals get busted, and then they just had an orgy a year ago,
Yeah, we
busted
agree, that's fine.
on the Vatican grounds?
Yeah,
How
we
come?
agree.
Where's your high and lively mother Pope on that one?
And where are you with the evangelicals, huh?
How come we're not talking about the pedophile orgy that was busted on the Vatican grounds a year ago? Where's your Pope on that one? Tell me.
Show me where the orgy happened.
Look it up.
You look
No,
it up.
It was there was an orgy busted on the Vatican grounds. They walked in on him.
Like, was it a sexy orgy or like?
Yeah,
when you
what's
say
It was
orgy,
kids with kids. It was a pedophile orgy. Look it up.
Okay.
Kids with kids.
A year ago. It happened about a year ago.
Oh, this was in the back of the pizza place, right? Right. Yeah, I heard about that.
I'll tell you what. I'll bet you money on this one. How about we
betting
go?
any money. I'm
oh
not
no!
saying you're- I'm not saying it
I'll
didn't
give you
happen.
10-1 odds that it happened. Come
I'm
on.
not saying it didn't happen.
No, put your money where your mouth is, you giggling little maniac.
Oh, I'll put my
Put
fist
it
where
up.
your mouth is.
Yeah,
How do you like that?
get his ass,
What do you think about that?
Oh, is that
you
some?
think
Is that some of that fucking nice, tolerant, fucking liberal shit?
Oh, how would I know
Right
you
about
play
now, I
that
could do
part?
that.
Oh, would you? Would you?
Motherfucker, you hit him, I'm gonna bust your fucking jaw. You understand me, motherfucker?
You're not doing shit. Go ahead.
We're not trying to start
He
anything.
about hit my
Walk
dude
away.
in the face.
I saw that. Walk away.
So,
Walk away. Walk away.
I got you, bro.
I'm doing you both a favor.
Thank
Walk
you, sir. I
away.
appreciate
It's all
it.
right, Joe.
No one's gonna put a cane in my bruised face like that.
He threatened.
He didn't say shit. You got in his face, motherfucker. Let me catch you again.
He threatened.
Hey, let me give you some advice, man.
I know, right?
Take a shower.
Thank you, sir. Hey, no, guys. Does anybody else want to debate?
I'll pull that shit on my side. I want to watch it later.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm real worried. I'm real scared about that.